What if I told you that building muscle and building wealth works exactly the same way? Same strategy, same principles, and if you're over the age of 50, the same urgency as well. You see, I'm 58, and I have about 7 more years before I plan to step out of full-time work, so I'm really thinking about both simultaneously. Building muscle, because I'm concerned about my health, and building wealth so that I can enjoy my retirement from a financial standpoint. And if before you click away and think this has nothing to do with you, because maybe you haven't saved money for retirement, maybe you have never lifted a dumbbell, well, guess what? It's never too late to start on both. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, why I have a sense of urgency about building wealth and building muscle at the same time. My name is Lanice. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for over 35 years, and I've seen a lot of what happens when we don't build muscle and take care of our health as we get older. And you see, I read a statistic today that says during retirement, you spend about $5,000 to $6,500 a year just on healthcare and medical bills. That doesn't include co-payments and things like that. So the last thing I want to do is work hard my entire life, save up for retirement, and then have to spend it all on healthcare once I retire. So today we're going to put the two together because it's important to think about our health in retirement, but it's also important to think about our wealth in retirement. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's start out with what I've been doing and how it can help you. As it relates to my finances, I'm not going to get you all in my business, but I will tell you that I do have retirement accounts. And I have been meeting with the financial planner, and we are talking about where I am right now and where I want to be 5, 10, 15 years from now, and what do I need to do to get there. And so in thinking about that, I started to think about, I'm also doing that with my health. I really got serious, and I'm 58 years old, like I said, and it seems as though once the pandemic hit 2020, seems like 5 years just flew by. I don't know where they went, but 2020 to 2025 was almost like a vapor to me. So in 2026, I got myself back together, started looking at everything, thinking, okay, I need to be on track for retirement. But at the same time, I'm getting older and my body is a little bit different. And so I started building muscle a year ago, working out hard in the gym. And in my opinion, building wealth and building muscle is the same strategy. It's slow, and if I be consistent over time, I'll see a difference. And when it comes to my retirement accounts, slow and steady wins the race. Every 2 weeks, withdrawals going automatically into those accounts, as well as when it comes to my health, getting up, working out 3 days a week, actually lifting weights 3 days a week, resistance training, but also walking every single day. Sometimes twice a day I'll walk. Even if I only walk 5 minutes, it's consistency, not perfection, that matters. Same thing with wealth building. It's not perfection, it's consistently putting money away for your retirement. The one thing that concerns me, and if you're in your 50s like me, the last thing you want is to be a burden on your kids. And the other thing you don't want is to end up in a nursing home. I don't either. And so building wealth and building muscle are key to enjoying those latter years of our lives, actually to make them the best years of our life, okay? So what do we need to do specifically? I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll tell you what I've done and what my financial planner has told me. Number one, I had to go to ssa.gov, look at my Social Security account, and see what type of monies I am due at age 62, 65, 67, and even 70. And to try to determine when is the best time for me to retire. I did that. Number two, looked at all of my accounts, made sure I was invested properly, and make changes where they needed to be made. And number three, get out of debt. That one really is an important one. Get out of all debt. And I'm working through that. I actually have my debt-free date on my phone, and I cannot wait. It's coming soon. And then for my health, the number one thing is make sure you meet with your primary care provider. Go over all of your lab work. Make sure you get all of your preventive screenings, mammogram, colonoscopy, bone density tests, Make sure you get all your lab work done. Look at all your lab work and see what numbers are going the wrong direction. And I'll tell you, for me, my cholesterol is up just a little bit. And so I'm making some changes just this week to try to get my cholesterol level down, because I don't want one more pill for another ill, right? So I talked to my doctor and I said, give me an opportunity to get down on my own, because I don't want a medication. So for me, I'm gonna change some things up that I've been eating. For building muscle, we need a lot of protein. So I have been eating a lot of meat. Now, I get my meat from a very nice company. It's sourced well. I eat a lot of salmon, chicken, but I will say I've been eating more red meat over the past year than I normally do. So I'm gonna back off that a little bit, maybe add in some dried beans to get the protein, but also get the fiber, and we'll see what happens. But I need to know where I am financially and where I'm trying to be at 60, 70, and beyond. But I also need to know where my health is right now and where do I want to be 65, 70, and beyond. And there's no way we can predict the future, but we can plan for the future. And so there's something I wrote down here I want you to think about. Whenever you increase your 401k, increase your workout days, even if it's just adding 5 minutes to your walk. Whenever you meet with your financial planner every year, make sure you meet with your doctor for your annual physical every year. When you review your financial profile each year, review your nutrition, how you've been eating, your protein intake, and see if there are any tests that you need to have done for preventive screening. And then when you set that financial target date, set a physical target date as well. And I'm going to share with you on the screen here, July of last year, when I really started going hard on strength training, I have an app on my phone, I have a body composition scale, and I set myself a date for July this year to be at a certain weight, certain muscle mass, and you'll see how it's kept up with all of that data for me. And I'll get to look at it in a couple of months to see where I am. And it takes very little time. I step on the scale and all that information downloads into my phone with the scale that I have. But when you think about getting older, I know if you're like me, you're concerned about, do I have enough money? But you're also concerned, what's going on with my health? I want to be healthy. But we have to take small steps today for our finances, as well as small steps today for our building muscle. And building muscle is not hard, it just takes time. Doesn't take a lot of time, maybe 20 minutes twice a week is where you start. Maybe when it comes to your 401k, you're not able to put away money. You're thinking, I don't even have money to pay my bills. How am I gonna put money away? Well, just start with $25 every 2 weeks. And if you don't have that, possibly start selling some things around the house, and you can take those things and put it in a retirement account, because there's many things around the house that you can sell to make money. On Facebook Marketplace, on Etsy, there's so many things that you can do. And I believe in you. I know you can get it done. So if this video has helped you, put comments down below. What are you planning to do next when it comes to your financial health, your wealth? And what do you plan to do when it comes to building muscle? One small thing. Start small, and before you know it, in 12 months, you'll be further along. And you don't need a home gym to get it done either. And I'm going to place a video on the screen here that you don't need a home gym. There's things you can do right in your kitchen without dumbbells, and you can work out, start slow, and before you know it, like I said, you will have built muscle. You'll start to see definition in your arms and your legs, and you'll feel better about yourself. You'll have more energy. And when it comes to your finances, sit down and look. If you have debt, put it in an app. Start to look at it first. That's the first thing, and see where you are. Look at that debt and see what is your debt-free date. Put your debts together on a snowball and see if you get those paid off. And look at your finances if you already have retirement accounts, and see where you are and where you need to be. To me, that's the first step. It's just finding out where you are. And if this video has helped you, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend that needs it. And I hope to see you in the next video.